a lot of effort, a lot of commitment, a lot of heart from the players. I thought it was a good performance without being a great one. And to beat Barcelona, I think it needs to be a great one. And yeah, we had the chances, two big moments in that first half we didn't take. And ultimately, when you concede the first goal, the game swings on that moment.
In the middle here, please.
We know that Barcelona obviously has been just going inside. What assessment do you make of the time your team wasn't on the ball?
Sorry, just say that last bit again. Off the ball. Yeah, I thought, look, we obviously tried to make it difficult for Barcelona to settle into the game. We wanted to try and regain the ball high if they played out from the back. I thought we had good success with that. I was pretty pleased. We knew there'd be phases also in the game where we'd have to defend a little bit lower. We would have to be good in defending space, and relatively pleased with that as well until the first goal, really. The first goal's a big moment. We don't mark. Firstly, we don't stop the cross, and then we don't mark well enough in the box, and we concede. And I think when you're chasing the game against them, that becomes very difficult because they can exploit gaps that maybe you wouldn't have left previously. So that was probably the most challenging part of the game for us.
Okay. So Jordan, behind you, please.
Obviously, there was a lot of sort of hype in the build-up from outside. Are you going to be pleased when the game starts to become a little bit more routine and things calm down in the house?
I thought the hype's not necessarily a negative for us. I think this game was always going to be talked about and always going to be an exciting one for our supporters, and I thought they were brilliant for us tonight. Just so disappointed we couldn't get that first goal, because I think that would have, taken us to another level. But the effort and endeavour was there from the players. There was no lacking in terms of heart and courage, as I said. And yeah, look, we can be critical of a couple of things that we could have done better, but ultimately we'll analyse it and try and improve and try and grow from this experience.
I thought we played pretty well, to be honest. First half, I think everyone knew we were coming out to press Barcelona, and I don't think we're disappointed. We're unlucky probably not to go in maybe a goal up, but second half I think they really sort of showed their class. The midfield three stopped us getting the press going second half, and then I think Marcus has popped up with two really quality goals, shown probably why they're one of the best teams in Europe.
Was it, I guess before the game, there's so much hype going into it. How did you manage it this time compared to when you faced PSG here? Yeah,
I think it was a different experience. I think we've had that experience of 2 years ago. It was the same with the cup final, going back to that. I think the first time we got the Champions League, it was just a lot of emotion in it, where it was, I felt like we really deserved to be here, and we're ready to perform tonight. Listen, it's disappointing. We don't want to start the campaign losing, but I still thought we performed pretty well.
Does it make you really hungry going into that next game in Belgium in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I think if you look at all of the games, so without being disrespectful, the rest of the teams that were playing, Barcelona's and sort of PSG are the two games that are going to be the toughest ones. So I think there's games that are winnable in there if we turn up and play like we're supposed to. It's a sort of, if we're not going to win, we're going to have to learn from that and grow from that, and we'll be a better team for it.
Thank you.
Dan, what happened with the goal, the first goal? Fabi had obviously gone down with the head knock. Was he a bit concussed or something?
I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think he said he was feeling a little bit dizzy, but yeah, listen, disappointed from our side. We don't often give sort of free headers in the box, so I haven't really seen it again. But yeah, I think to play like that but concede, that sort of goes disappointing. But then obviously Marcus has popped up with a worldie, so sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and sort of say well done. But listen, I thought we had chances that we could have taken. It could have been different, but I thought all round it was a pretty decent performance.
Yeah, you had a couple of chances early on. Do you think maybe if one or both of those had gone in, you could have just taken the game away from them, like you did against PSG a couple of years ago?
Yeah, of course. I think goals sort of change games, and I think that first goal probably took the wind out a little bit. As I said, it probably settled them, and they were a bit more composed and sort of stopped us pressing, which is obviously our main strength. Even the 7 minutes added on, they probably kept the ball for about 6 of it. So that